Okay, there's the next look of it. Strip cut off of that. That used to be the roof on that irrigation pump trailer. So we made it bigger. That happened to be 3 feet wide, which is what I needed for there. I used the electric pop riveter. You don't have to drill any holes that way. You might blow a few, but you don't have to drill any. Yeah, don't look the prettiest. It's kind of like welding on big bale feeders after they've been out there in the feed barn for a couple years. Rusty, dirty crap. And this stuff really probably isn't much thinner than that stuff is either. That flat piece there's a piece of 1-inch angle iron, 1/8 by 1 angle. That thin stuff, I'm going to say it's 18 gauge. It might even be 20 gauge. I know it isn't any heavier than 18, so throw a little rust on there, makes it even funner. But that's on there, so that'll take care of part of that. And I think I threw this in the video that I put up today. That's a piece of, hey, there's a wire hanging, I should knock that off. That is a piece of 5/16 round stock. I figured I had room to do 3/8 comfortably, but 5/16 is that little bit easier to roll. It looks funny. Here, I'll show you. The ring roller is actually made for 1/4 or smaller, or using flat iron. It's got little grips on it. It's from the knurled surface on the roller. And these things, they never roll as true. They'll wiggle side to side. So we started right there and worked our way back. And literally when I welded that in there, this end over here was where my finger is. So you just work it in as you go. Anyway, it'll get thrown together tomorrow. Number one had to leave early. Her fiance is working for a friend of ours. Friend of ours has been offering him a job for, 3 or 4 years anyway. Runs a grass seed plant, really wants somebody there to help him run stuff. And he's made him some very nice offers. But when you're trying to farm on your own, and there we go, and run some dump trucks on your own, what do you do? And he asked me what to do before, and I said, well, which do you want to do? Sit your butt in the truck all the time, or have a variety? So he ain't going to get rid of all these trucks. He's been talking about getting rid of a couple of them just because he's having a hard time finding enough good drivers. He's got a couple really great drivers, but he's had a couple of them that, for what they've done to the trucks and for supposedly being diesel mechanics, well, let's just put it this way. The boy's got about a size 14 or 15 boot, and he should have lost it up somebody's butt and lost the other one inside of their head. That's just me. I know how much money the guy cost him. It cost him a lot of engine work and damn near a full rebuild on an engine for being a stupid ass. And yes, you heard me say that because that pisses me off. You're supposed to have respect for the equipment you run for someone else. And there's a few other things too, but I'm not going to get into that. I just, if he'd have worked for me, you'd probably never find him with the crap that he did that I know of. Just my take. And yeah, maybe I should have gone there, maybe I shouldn't have. I did. It happens. People like that all over the place. See if this will work. See if I can hold this in the right spot. Hey, there is a hammer. Oh, there's that hole we were talking about. Put some putty in it. Nobody will know it. I don't feel like firing the welder back up, but I might do that in the morning. Not like I don't have some little scraps here I could put behind that and melt some wire there. Well, you can't even see it from here. It's up behind that angle iron. Oh well, I'll get you the finished product later. Yeah, see it from here though. What do you know? What do I do on Thursday morning? Give him another bottle. All the nice compliments about how good he's doing. And he's doing great. I kind of, yeah, last night I was whooped. I've been coming out 7, 8 o'clock anyway, 9 o'clock. Depends on when I finally get in, just when I come out. And give him a bottle and check cows. And that didn't happen last night. I made it in, got cleaned up, had dinner, and my eyeballs rolled back in my head. So, he's hungry this morning. He kind of shows a little sunken in. But he's got hand grain he can eat. He doesn't seem to be partaking of it as much as he was. Yeah. Getting closer to that sound. Right about. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think I heard it. Yeah. And, oh boy, he's been doing that lately too. I don't know why. He gets done eating. And he farts. He's got the milk farts. His, again? Oh, then a snort. Gonna come through that gate and attack me. He's an attack cow. Did actually get to see him poop yesterday. I mean, we know he's been doing better. Much better color, still a little thin, but you know, his guts can't be feeling too awful bad. When their guts don't feel good, they don't want nothing to eat, and he wants the bottle. So, and say, I mean, I've noticed he's gotten bigger since he's been getting the bottle because he hasn't been using all his energy to fight the crud that was in Mama's milk. And yeah, what's coming out of her udder still looks the same. Trying to keep her drained down, so maybe it'll clear up. I don't know. Maybe you should just let her go and let all her quarters go to hell. Who knows? So anyway, I'll get you some more later of the day. I got a little bit of cleaner to put on here yet from yesterday. We'll show it all back together maybe and go from there. And yeah, it's wet out. Not that we've gotten a hell of a lot of rain for the week, because we really haven't. It's just been enough to keep it wet, so not liking anything done. What do I have here? I got a phone call requesting one.
Can you grab the thing too?
Grab what thing?
Tattooer and the fucking tagger.
Oh, the tattooer and the tagger. You re-tattooing?
Yeah, she ripped the son of a bitch out too.
Yeah. That's that much. Once in a while it happens.
Yeah.
We usually tattoo and then ink, but unfortunately this little twerp moved and somebody's full of ink and she's going to be cleaning up. Ripped her ear out. Apparently took the tattoo out with it. Yeah, as long as little bugger never gets shown, they won't complain about having a strike over or an extra tattoo. They definitely complain about that. Once in a while, it happens. Mama's being a good mama. Oh, poor babies. Got to deal with a ripped ear now. That's the way it is.
Yeah, get up.
Hey, Mama needs to clean baby's butt. I saw that this morning. Yeah, she's been through a battle now. Green and red. Looks like Christmas.
Yeah,
and
black and blue. That doesn't feel like Christmas.
And she got kind of a funky udder. she may not be sticking around. We'll see how things go later in the year. But that's how it goes. And the other one's out there getting cleaned up by Mama. Wish his navel would dry up. It bothers me when they don't dry up. He's, what, 3 or 4 or 5 days old. Sometimes it's the time of year. Sometimes it's the weather conditions. But I don't like putting them out until they're dried up. Because once they're out in the pasture, they're not right here where we can check them. And it's no fun catching one out there when you think they might be running a temp because they might have a navel infection. Bad enough in here. But anyway, tagging and shots are all up to date. Unless somebody else slipped a calf out in the last 20 minutes that I didn't see yet. I don't think that's happened. So, oh well, more to come. What do you do on a rainy day? Well, I got a neighbor that asked me about a set of ramps for a new trailer he's got. These are half the width they were. Hopefully they're heavy enough. He's got him a new to him little John Deere tractor. I think he said it was a 4520 or something like that. Weighs around 4,000 pounds. These are better than what he's got. He's picking it up tomorrow. He's borrowing a friend's ramp just in case we didn't get these done. But I just took the cutoff wheel and got these in half. And a little concerned that expanded steel ain't going to be enough if he gets straight on it. But as long as he's over that centerpiece, he ought to be fine. So number one's over there. She hasn't had much weld time for a while. But she's over there sticking the edge together. Where I cut it, the expanded steel was only welded like every 3rd or 4th time across the piece of channel. So she's doing that, and I'm looking to see what the heck I got to do to put some wheel weights on the front end of a 135 Massey. We got that, picked up that one last summer from the neighbors. Excuse me, after he died, and trying to use it so I can move that big traveler. I know, it ain't much of a tractor to put in front of it, but I hooked her up the other day and moved it a little bit, but I kind of want the front end to be on the ground, and that tractor doesn't have any weights on it at all. Our old Massey, our original one that Mom and Dad bought new in '68, it has about 200 pounds, I guess, hanging on the front, plus a weight bracket. And this other one's got absolutely nothing. So, got a set of wheel weights. I don't think Dad ever did put them on the 68, so they're going to go on that 67 model. It may not be enough, but it's a lot more than what I got. It'll probably be enough to get that thing from the back barn back there in the hay barn and get it from there up here to the shop so I can work on it. She just stuck her, wouldn't you know it. Then it popped, so she's going to keep going. Sometimes it'll do that when you move. It'll pop loose. Leaves a cherry right there on her foot. Watch it burn in, listen to her squeal. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell it. It has been just a good hard, well, not hard, but a good steady, good old-fashioned Oregon rain most of the day. It's, 2:30 now, and it started about 10 o'clock. A little over a quarter inch worth so far. Moving the skid steer around the driveway soft from it, so it's just tearing it up. Trying not to. But that's what we got going on. And this is probably enough with everything else I got to make a video for the day. You already see what they look like. There's a piece of pipe on the end. That's part of what held it on a trailer a long time ago. Picked these things up off a scrapper, I don't know, 20 years ago, I guess. I hope they're heavy enough for him. If not, I guess he'll bring them back, and then we'll straighten them and bridge them. He seems to think it'll be enough, so I do gotta cut some 2-inch angle iron and add onto the end to hook on his deals on the back of his trailer. That or I got some flat bar I can probably just weld on here, but I want his trailer here before I do that so we know where it's got to be so it's nice and smooth transition. No sense in having to jump up or jump down off the thing. And I guess that's about it, other than just watching it rain. Oh, and I'm sitting there with the Mighty book in my lap. The Massey stuff's toward the back. So I wanted to see how those weights were supposed to be. I thought they went on the inside, but I wasn't sure. And apparently they do clear the hub. There. That's the main book. A couple other tractors, we've got full sets of books, and there's 2 or 3 books that size for each one. But these ones that are listed, that's what all's in there, so they don't need much room, right? Anyway, that's enough. If you haven't yet, hit the like. And hey, the subscribe would be a good thing too. Appreciate that if you would. And if you ring the bell, you'll know when I put stuff up. And if you don't, well, hey, you can subscribe and not catch everything right away. And a little side note, TNR Red Angus, he's been trying to figure out how to make his page show how many subscribers he has. He figured it out today. I don't know what he did. He asked me to check for him a couple times. And now we know he had 416 subscribers earlier. He's been at it a little while. It's not a lot. He does get a lot of comments. And he said in his video today, he gets a heck of a lot of comments. He gets quite a few likes. But most of the people watching his videos aren't subscribed. And he doesn't know why. Well, I don't know why either. I gave him a shout out the other day. I don't know if any of you checked him out. I know a few of you are there because I've seen your comments. So if you haven't checked him out, go check him out. Him and his boy, they run I was thinking about 200 head of cattle, but it sounds like it's more like 350. I know they picked up a bunch of bred heifers this year, so that'll get their numbers up in a hurry. They're partway done calving and trying to get some stuff planted. He spends most of his day feeding cows and checking on calves that are laying out there. Puts around in the tractor most of the time, I think. So that's what he shows anyway. So, Tom, hopefully this helps you out a little bit. I do enjoy conversing with you. So check him out if you haven't. Thanks for watching, everybody.